Before we begin the video, if you haven't yet, come on down and join my Discord server. Link is down in the description. Seabound Sunday continues, guys. Welcome back for my review of episode 6, Long Live the King. Nia and Maya battle the Ripper sharks that were sent after them, and Nia uses her power to fend them off. Luckily, the other ninja arrive, and they get back in the bounty. But then the bounty is escorted to Merlopia by the Merlopians, who bring them to the throne room. They tell the king about how Kalmar captured them, and here's where stuff gets interesting. Kalmar walks in, confronts his father, confesses to his crimes, and then he kills Trimar, which isn't necessarily dark, but by Ninjago standards, this is quite dark. Kalmar proceeds to frame the ninja, and they're forced to flee. However, they are trapped in the palace and must face the sharks again. Meanwhile, Trimar dies and tells Bethavar the truth and to help the ninja, and Kalmar takes over as king. Wow, this episode is really impressive. It's not dark. Again, this is not really a dark episode, but for Ninjago, by Ninjago standards, absolutely it is. This is the first time a living Ninjago character has died on screen in a very long time. I don't remember the last time. Let me just say, it's much better story-wise that he died instead of surviving somehow, because this makes Kalmar a lot better of a character. I mean, he's absolutely the star here. This is a character who we have grown to hate. Let me just say, it is so much more impactful that he died. It feels like they didn't take the safe route here. They took a risk, and it paid off very well. Just such an excellent scene, and Kalmar is fantastic. His voice has grown on me so much. He just sounds so evil. This guy really pulls a Harubi in this episode, and as a whole, he feels like a blend of Vex, Pythor, and Harubi. Also, the scene where he dies is very good. It's really, really interesting because this is the son that he adopted, but clearly this guy considers him family far more than Kalmar does. So I don't know, I just think it's a really interesting story. It's done very well. It's kind of like Harubi, but the opposite. And I also want to really commend the script writing. There are several lines that are just very good, such as the one Kalmar says before he kills his dad, and also Maya's line about how water is Nia's element as well. I think the script is pretty good here. The fight with the sharks was really good. For some reason, Nia could use water underwater, which makes zero sense, but hey, it's a cartoon. And also, I really like how Zane acknowledges that he doesn't need a mask, but he just uses it for fun. That was kind of funny how they addressed that. There's also the character of Bethavar. He's pretty good. I like his design. I like his overall personality. He just seems like a good guy. The last thing I want to discuss is Kalmar's motives. Basically, he sees his father as weak. He sees the humans as enemies, and that they basically took over Ninjago, and what they've done is wrong, and Kalmar wants to correct that. I feel like it's a pretty interesting motive for the most part, and that is why he wants to release Wajira. As for any bad stuff about this episode, I honestly don't really have anything. So we're just going to skip right to final thoughts. This is the first time a non-robot character has died on screen since either Harubi or Moro, depending on who you count. And even the Odi trilogy, I mean, they didn't kill the royal family on screen. It happened off screen. Same with Ustake. This happens on screen. We see all of it. We see his dying moment. We see his murder. And for years we've wondered when Ninjago was going to do this, when they would actually take the risk. And here it happens. And it's darker than the Odi trilogy. It is fantastic. The plot of this episode is absolutely fantastic. This is one of the most interesting stories we have had in a very long time. As for characters, Prince Kalmar is absolutely the star of this episode. He's just so good. I don't think I have anything to say about him that I haven't already said. Action was pretty good too, with the sharks at the beginning and even towards the end of the episode as well. And then emotion, a great final scene between Trimar and Bethavar. I really liked that we could see their tears. It was just such a good touch. And so I'm really happy to give this episode the full 10 out of 10. This episode is a big surprise. I don't think many of us expected him to die. I just thought maybe he might just get captured and reclaim the throne at the end of the season. But apparently not. It just shows you when Ninjago does do these darker actions, when they do unexpected stuff and take risks, it pays off a lot. Thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone and everyone you know. Share your thoughts on episode 6, Long Live the King below, and I'll see you next time.